This is Audible.
Audible Originals presents Nick and Noel's Christmas Playlist. Written by Cody Hall. Performed by Brooke Bloomingdale and Edward Thomas. Visual aids are available to you as a downloadable PDF. This file can be accessed in your library section along with the audio. Thank you.
Chapter 1. The crisp November wind hit Nick Winters square in the face, causing his eyes to tear. There were already several inches of snow on the ground that crunched under his feet as he exited his friend Noel Carter's car. Acres of Douglas and noble fir trees spread out on both sides of his childhood home, their branches glittering with ivory snow. The short walkway curved towards a covered porch and red front door. After 8 years away, except for brief stints on leave, it was amazing how little the log cabin-style 5-bedroom, 3-bath house had changed. "I'll be home for Christmas," popped into his head, and he sighed happily. "Glad to be back home?" Nick smiled at Noel over the top of her silver Subaru. "Absolutely. In fact, I may make a special playlist about what home means to me." "I assume the first song won't be Nelly's Hot in Here." She shivered for emphasis. "As much as I love that song, I feel that Colder Weather by the Zac Brown Band would be a better fit." Since they were barely out of diapers, Nick and Noel had shared a passion for music. Their parents had dozens of videotapes of the two of them singing on an old karaoke machine. They'd swapped CDs and spent hours on the phone discussing artists from the Beatles to Kenny Chesney. "Probably." Noel's dark eyes twinkled under the brim of her blue beanie. "I imagine freezing your balls off in Idaho is better than sweating them off in the desert." "Hell yes. Can't wait to sleep in my own bed. Hug my mom, fish with my dad, start my dream job, kiss my girl." Noel wrinkled her slim nose. "Don't make me gag." Nick huffed as he grabbed his army green duffel from the back seat of Noel's car. "I don't understand why you're so down on her." "You mean Amber?" She came up alongside him, her expression mockingly thoughtful. "Maybe because she's a self-absorbed brat who walks all over everyone she meets?" Nick didn't want to argue with Noel. It was obvious there was no love lost between his best friend and longtime girlfriend, Amber Quint. Back in high school, Amber ran in a different crowd than them and hadn't always been the nicest to Noel, but that was years ago. They were all adults. Maybe since he was officially home, he could be the conduit that brought Amber and Noel together. At least create a reason for them to be civil. "How about we go in and surprise my parents? We can argue about my taste in women later." Noel laced her arm through his. "Oh, there's no need to argue. If your taste in women had a theme song, it would be Trashy Women by Confederate Railroad." "Your smart mouth is going to get you in trouble one day," Nick whispered in her ear. He noticed she was wearing the blue topaz earrings he'd sent her for Christmas last year. They looked nice with her shoulder-length dark hair and olive skin. "So I've been told. Maybe that's why some guy hasn't snatched me up yet. I'm too mouthy." "Nah, it's because most men are morons. You're the best person I know." Nick kissed the top of her head. "I guess the whole not wanting marriage and kids can throw them off too." Nick shook his head. Ever since she lost her parents, Noel insisted she didn't want any attachments. He suspected if she didn't already have people in her life who loved her, she'd have kept her distance from his family and the rest of Mistletoe. Someone as awesome as Noel shouldn't close herself off, but it wasn't his business to tell her how to live her life. "Not everyone needs those things to be happy, you do you." Noel laughed. "God, you sound like a meme." "That doesn't sound like a good thing?" I still like you though." "I like you too." He patted the hand looped through the crook of his elbow. "Thanks for grabbing me from the airport, by the way. I know you probably had better things to do on a Saturday morning." Noel pinched him lightly. "Stop fishing. You know I'd do anything for you." "I feel the same way about you, but still, it means a lot." Don't get sappy. It's not like I had anything better to do. Except sleep." Nick chuckled. Noel didn't